Okay, so for my review, I'm using Blooket, and I created my set of questions, and then I saved it, and then from there, I was able to generate a URL to share with students, and I assigned it. So I'm gonna go to my homework tab and then copy that URL and get started. Okay, and it's due in 8 days. Let me click it. There's my URL. I'm going to copy it, open a new tab, and then paste it. The reason I like Blooket, I haven't used it before and I was exploring with it. Students can choose whatever game they want to use to review the material. So whatever piques their interest, they can select from this section. I'm going to go ahead and go with Monster Brawl, play, nickname. I'll put B Perez. Okay, we're gonna start the game and let's go with easy and normal. Okay, answer 25 questions correctly to complete this homework. Let's go. Would you like a quick tutorial? I'm gonna say yes. So use your arrow keys to tap or drag to move around the map. Use your arrow keys, defeat monsters to collect experience, crystals, level up, and unlock abilities. Avoid monsters and collect cheese to restore your health. Okay, let's go. So let's answer a question and then we'll get to play. The following are great ways to market your makerspace mentioned in the chapter, except which? Principal newsletter, blog, morning announcements, or Twitter. The only one not mentioned was the principal newsletter. They did mention a library newsletter. So that one is the answer. So we're going to level up. Let's go ahead and do crazy acorns. So we can move using our mouse. And we're trying to kill these little ice cubes. Okay, what personal qualities you bring is something to consider when implementing a makerspace in your library or classroom. That is very true. I feel like whatever you're passionate about will shine through and allow you to make that makerspace that much better. Okay, continuing. I like that the students don't have to choose only one game, whatever piques their interest. Um, they can choose that to complete the homework. Oh, there's this. And I think if I get touched by them, that's when I have to answer questions. Oh, what are the four main standards for libraries that can be fostered through makerspaces? Think, learn, grow, collaborate, lead, create, collaborate, share, think, create, share, grow, or grow, mentor, lead, create. The answer is think, learn, grow, and collaborate. Oops, JK. Think, create, share, grow was the correct answer. So since we got it wrong, it'll come up again later on. So we'll see this question again. So think, create, share, grow. In the growth mindset, failure is expected. That is true. Okay, we're going to level up using feathers. Okay, in the tinkering phase of UTech, what is still important for students to do? Write everything down? No. Keep everything the same? Absolutely not. Playing or starting over after every hiccup? Playing is like mentioned. Okay, let's do flying feathers again. Okay, what can you do to obtain more makerspace materials that is mentioned in the chapter? Host a fundraiser? Yes, but that wasn't mentioned. Ask your principal for more library funding? Yes, but that also wasn't mentioned. Send a note home to parents for donations. Yes, and it was mentioned. Ask custodians for items. That's another way that you can get donations, but that was not mentioned in the chapter. So it's send a note home. Ooh, sticky tape. Let's try that. Oh my gosh. And there are sound effects, but I don't think you can hear that. Okay, so we continue until we get another question. Okay, when both sides of the brain are used, it leads to brain growth and encourages relaxation and lessens what? Sadness, anxiety, poor self-esteem, or anger. The chapter mentioned that it lessens anxiety because you are using both the left and the right side of the brain. Okay, we're continuing. So either okay, we were defeated. Answer questions that respawn. Which is not part of the experimenting stage when using the UTech model? Learning only to succeed, building, testing, learning from failures. Learning only to succeed is not model, so that is not correct. All of the following items are being used according to the survey of LM underscore net users except which. So I have all of these items except Sudoku in my makerspace, but the one that was not mentioned in the chapter would be Picasso tiles. My students love Picasso tiles. What are the 5 C's that are essential for today's learners? Critical thinking, creativity, communication, collaboration, and citizenship. Communication, confidence, critical thinking, collaboration, and citizenship. Continuing education, communication, collaboration, commitment, and citizenship. Or commitment, creativity, confidence, collaboration, and communication. The 5 C's are the first one that I read. Okay, we're continuing with our game. But I like that it gives them like a little brain break in between the questions and kind of distract them from what they're actually doing. When educators were asked to pinpoint strengths and benefits to using makerspaces, which one was not one of their responses? Circulation decrease, brings lessons to life, allows for creativity, or met the needs of a wide range of students. So these 3 are correct. It did not decrease circulation. So stick it for everyone. Oh, we got defeated to answer more questions. Makerspaces have to be high tech and expensive to be effective. Absolutely not. If you're getting donations from parents, they can donate toilet paper rolls, paper towel rolls. So those are not high tech at all. So this is a false. What is the acronym that Laura Scher, Preddy, and Deary developed for implementation and use of makerspaces? It is UTech. To implement a makerspace, you need to consider the space needs. That is very true. You don't have enough space for it, it won't be successful. Oh, okay. Which of the following does not describe a makerspace? Supports multiple learning styles. That's true. A physical space. No, it does not have to be a physical space. Can link to the curriculum or or stand alone as a learning experience. Yes. A destination for thinking, learning, doing, creating, producing, and sharing. Yes. So these are correct. This one is not. It does not have to be a physical space. It can be virtual. Okay, oops. Another defeat. What is one, sorry. Oh, I did a typo on this one. Sorry. What is one, I can't even read it because there's a typo. So which one is not a benefit of having a makerspace? Curriculum enrichment, brain growth, align with STEAM opportunities, or repress growth mindset. It increases growth mindset, so that is incorrect. Failure is actually an essential part of the problem-solving process. That is true. Which one of, which one is part of the problem-solving loop with makerspace activities? Evaluate the creative idea, identifying the problem, selecting a test, or selecting the results. It is the first part of the problem-solving loop, identifying the problem. Okay, so this is continue. Yep. Okay, we were defeated again. According to Dr. Kuan, makerspaces result in creating all of the following except what? A finished product, confidence, a question to further investigate, or brain growth. So if three of these are correct, one of them is not. It didn't mention in the chapter that it builds for confidence, but it absolutely does. The best way to market your makerspace is by word of mouth. That is not the only way. So, yes. We'll continue. What is one important question to consider when implementing a makerspace? Do I have enough money to implement? How many helpers will I have to run the makerspace? How much time can I commit? Or will I have fun implementing it? So the correct answer is how much time can I commit? That one is super important. If you don't have enough time, students won't get to explore. Whoops. Why are libraries the perfect place to have a makerspace? Libraries are known as the biggest classroom in the school. That's correct. Libraries have the extra space for them. That's true, but that wasn't mentioned in the chapter. Libraries have lots of books. Also true, but wasn't mentioned. Librarians have a flexible schedule. We all don't have a flexible schedule, so the correct answer is first one. Okay, let's do H1 again. Okay. What is one reason not mentioned in the chapter that the teachers are including makerspace in their classroom? It gives teachers a break from teaching. That's not true. Fosters problem solving skills. Yes, it does. They are a great way to enrich science, math, and language arts. Yes, you can incorporate all that through makerspace, and they promote collaboration. They absolutely do. So the correct answer would be give teachers a break from teaching. It certainly does not. Probably requires more teaching and more prepping too. Okay, continue answering questions. You should let the lack of money or fear stop you from getting started with your own makerspace. That is false. You can even start with donations from parents, custodians, teachers. It doesn't take much to start. What are some downsides of having a makerspace mentioned in the chapter? Select all that apply. So three of these are correct. One of them is not. So conflict between students, cost, time, and noise. So the downsides mentioned in the chapter were cost, time, and noise. So, ooh, I misworded it. So it does not cause conflict. So that is the right answer. The ones mentioned in the chapter were cost, time, and noise. In the growth mindset, failure is expected. True. Part of the process. What are the 5 C's that are essential for today's learners? Communication, confidence, critical thinking, collaboration, and citizenship. Continuing education, communication, collaboration, commitment, and citizenship. Commitment, creativity, confidence, collaboration, and communication. Or critical thinking, creativity, communication, collaboration, and citizenship. I believe it is communication, critical thinking, creativity, communication, collaboration, and citizenship. And we finished. Here is our game rewards. And we got a 93, so we missed 2. And that is Blooket.